Welcome back to the Bitcoin Economy Podcast. We are here live at the Bitcoin 2025 conference in Las Vegas. We have Mauricio from Ledn. Mauricio, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. It's been an electric few hours since the conference started, and I can't wait there's just so much happening this week. It feels kind of surreal coming from 2020 to this and seeing how fast we've grown and how much we've grown.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be more excited.
And it's something coming. We were in Nashville last year, but even to have Industry Day be this busy to start the week is phenomenal. Very bullish on the entire conference. You know, people are excited for potential news to come out of it. But something very topical to what we focus on the Bitcoin Economy Podcast is around, putting your Bitcoin to work, lending, giving you access, giving you liquidity without taxable events. Talk to us a little bit about some recent shifts you had. Let's start with shifting from, lending multiple assets or allowing people to borrow against multiple assets to Bitcoin only.
Yes. So as you mentioned, this week we announced that Ledn has made two major strategic shifts or announcements to the platform. Number one is we're going to be focusing on Bitcoin. We're going back to our Bitcoin-only roots. As many that have been following us for the years know, we have been, for the longest period of our history, a Bitcoin-only company. We started servicing Ethereum about a year and change ago, in large part to bring in the Celsius refinancing bankruptcy because they needed a lender that could support Ethereum in order to bring back some of those assets. And we did that. We brought a lot of them back. Many of them actually became Bitcoiners. They got the ETH out, converted it into Bitcoin, and then continued on with their Bitcoin loans. But that said, our clients value focus, and so do we. And 98% of our book was Bitcoin, and it was growing at a rate that was leaps and bounds the growth that we were seeing in Ethereum. And our clients were very vocal to us that they want more and more focus from us. They want more. Our clients, when they come to Ledn, it's because they value simplicity, they value transparency, and they value focus. And we saw that as a big opportunity to double down into the market we believe is going to 10x in the next few years, which is Bitcoin-backed lending. We believe that market is entering its exponential growth stage, and we are leading the industry. We are the top or the largest retail Bitcoin-backed lender by volumes in the world today, and we see a massive opportunity to continue leading that vertical into what we believe it can be. And to do that, we want to be known as the group that does this better than no one else. It's in our name. It's what we live and breathe. And no one has a team that's more dedicated to this activity than we do.
Yeah. And you guys, we've known for a couple years. I think I first met the Ledn team at Pacific Bitcoin back in 2021, the Swan event. And you mentioned the Celsius, fiasco of a lot of people. Alex Mashinsky was just on trial. So one of the things that you are doing to avoid a Celsius type event is you're moving away from yield activities, moving away from rehypothecation. Bitcoin loans are going to be fully backed. Can you talk a little bit about that move?
Yes. So again, going back to this idea of simplicity, right? Like clients love simplicity and understanding what's happening with their Bitcoin at all times. We believe that lending dollars backed by Bitcoin and keeping that Bitcoin safe in custody at all times, whether at Ledn or one of the partners we use for funding, is the killer app for Bitcoin financial services. And that's the vertical we want to win. The second, even though we have a perfect track record doing yield services for our clients, we again believe that the exponential growth that we're going to see in the next few years is going to be in Bitcoin-backed lending. And simpler businesses are easier to understand, they're easier to assess, they're easier to get comfortable with. So if you're a person evaluating a company to offer you a Bitcoin-backed loan, you will have the easiest time trying to understand Ledn because it's literally all we do, and we do it in the simplest way possible. Yeah. The second I start having to explain to you, we can lend this Bitcoin and give you interest, that has the different risk return profile than lending dollars backed by Bitcoin. So again, we want to be laser focused on lending dollars backed by Bitcoin and having the best, safest, most trusted solution to do so with giving people the most peace of mind.
Yeah. And what we're seeing is some people, I think, haven't, what we want to focus on the lending side is people really haven't grasped that, wait, somebody is taking a HELOC out in their house, like now, to buy Bitcoin, that asset value goes up. They have children that they need to send to college. They have, bills in their normal fiat lives. It's going to be massive. Like if you're sitting on if you're cash poor, but you have 10 Bitcoin and, Bitcoin's at 500,000 and it's 5 million in assets, you're going to need that liquidity to do very core, send your kids to college, to pay expenses. So I think people fully haven't grasped how exponential the lending piece is going to be.
I'm going to give you an example. So we've been in business since 2018. Our first loan was November 2nd, 2018. Any client that would have taken $1,000 loan with us since inception, $1,000, would have seen their net equity go. So if you had taken $1,000 loan and kept it until today, the Bitcoin that you placed in collateral originally, so when you started the loan was $1,000, your Bitcoin was worth $2,000. If you fast forward that to today, your Bitcoin will be worth $40,000. And your loan would still be $2,000. Your net wealth would have increased by $38,000, almost 20x in 7 years. That's the power of Bitcoin-backed loans, is you being able to hold your best performing asset for as long as you want and draw the liquidity you need from it without creating a taxable event for you, without having to make monthly interest payments, because if you're short cash, the last thing we want you to do is to come and have to ask you to make monthly interest payments. At Ledn, all interest accrues until you want to repay the loan. By default, it always has been that way. And we let you take out loans starting at $500. Anyone can come and test the platform. It's a very low friction or very small bar to test the product, understand how it works before you commit to a larger amount. We think that's very important, both to let you try the product before you commit to a large size if it's your first time using it, and also to make the product accessible to the clients we know need it the most, which are places where I come from, Venezuela, where $500 is a lot of money, where a couple grand is a lot of money. So at Ledn, we are size agnostic in the sense that you can take $10 million with us, but you can come and take $500. You get it in the same time and the same service. And I think that's the power of Bitcoin. Whether you're in Medellin or Madrid, at Ledn you'll get the same rates, the same speed, the same service. And that to me is a game changer.
Very fascinating. I think on the side I didn't know before this is really the loan size is much lower than I would have expected. Being able you don't have to be high net worth to take advantage of this, this liquidity vehicle. You're able to tap into it for 500 to 1,000. Which I think is we talk about democratizing access through different blockchain, but I think it's giving access to people just liquidity loans that normally they wouldn't have access for without good credit scores.
100%. And again, offering this service at scale is very different than offering it to a select handful of high net worth individuals. The technology that their operation requires, the risk management protocols and processes that an operation requires at scale are important. We built all of our stack in-house, and we designed the product in a way that from launch, it could take loans as little as $500, because we knew that was going to be important both for people to learn about the product and to keep the product accessible to who we know needs it the most. That was always our ethos, and we built to that. We said we were going to make our loans available, and that's what we worked to do. And today, I'm happy to say we service over 100 countries. And in many cases, we see clients come take a $500 loan to understand how long does it take to get the funding? How long does the repayment take? How do I make the partial repayments or the full repayments? It's really hard for you to commit size when you haven't really used the product before. And so a lot of that we take into consideration at Ledn whenever we're building anything.
So, Mauricio, busy week, even more people are coming in, 30,000 people at least. What are you looking forward to this week? Like, what are the big takeaways you're looking to take away?
I'm really excited to see our clients. I love seeing our clients, the people that support us in the flesh. I think it's really important to get to know the people that are behind the services that you're offering and who are, in many ways, facilitating a product that uses your highest and best asset. And so our clients take, they see a lot of joy, or the feedback we always get from these events is very positive. And so we're just excited to celebrate with them, tell them about our changes, tell them about what we're building in the future. I might be dropping some more news later this week, and you will be sure to I'll be sure to let you know. but it is an exciting week, and I'm expecting a lot of announcements from a lot of companies. I know which ones the people are expecting. You know, people are expecting fundraising announcements and Bitcoin acquisition announcements. But I think I'm actually more excited about the stuff people aren't expecting, where it's just going to come out of the blue. And you know, in some ways, this conference has given us El Salvador. It's given us a lot of big breakthrough announcements. So I'm excited for the, let's just say, non-Bitcoin treasury company announcements, just to see what else is happening.
So everything is not priced in, is what we're hearing. We're excited. So you're gonna have to fill us in on the news. We'll be like reposting that out. Mauricio, appreciate you taking time today. We'll definitely be following up and diving deeper on the lending side.